the eggs can keep rolling and we get some temperature and the eggs, they become more mature. The second type of incubator which I learned in my career was when I was doing my MBBS, where we saw this thing in pediatric peds ICUs where we have such baby incubators. Just the way when I was a little child, for me, the incubator was this. Now, as we grew to the medical college, this became my incubator. And then as we mature, we saw such incubators where we could keep our culture medias and different sort of plates. We could do some culture and we could do a lot of different techniques and for different purposes. We have, as an embryonic stem cell biologist, I use different sort of dishes, plates, uh, as we grow. But end point is that we are growing this little baby inside the incubator. Never forget that. Little baby is growing, the baby is breathing, that is actually beating the the pluripotent stem cells are actually pulsating. I've seen that. So that's the way we create a little child in the incubator. But behind the incubator lies such a wall. What is this? Who will tell me? क्या चीज है ये?
Manifold.
It's a
Manifold.
manifold. It's a manifold. Yes, a manifold. Right, Preeti. It's a manifold in which gases they move in. So gases come inside the incubator, reach the incubator from a two-stage regulator to a single-stage regulator. That's the way the gases they move in. So before I move on, what type of incubator is being connected here? Who will tell me? Does someone remember?
Triple gas.
Triple gas.
Try guess.
Triple gas.
No, 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 no.
Well,
It's an incubator with a mixer.
Mixer.
A mixer with a mixer. It's taking CO2 and nitrogen here. So no sweats. The very purpose of having this sort of an exercise that we want to, I wanted to revise. So what type of incubator is this here, which is taking the gases in? What type of incubator will that be?
box incubators.
Box incubator. Box incubator.
CO2 incubator.
So can someone tell me what type of regulator is this?
Single
It's a single stage regulator. And what is the pressure on this regulator? How many bars can this regulator read? Does someone remember?
8 to 10.
8 to 10. Very good. Very good. These are few regulators, a two-stage regulator. How many bars is this regulator reading? I want to ask you. How many bars?
Till 10 bars.
10 bars.
1 bar is equal to how many PSI?
14 psi.
So what is this here?
This is the unit.
Pounds
of
per inches.
pounds per inch.
Inches. Pounds per square inch is PSI. So 14 PSI. Great. These are what are these things which are going inside the incubator? What do you
Inline.
Great. So these are few things we have. Good to, I'm gathering you all back, and I told all of you girls to learn how to regulate these incubators, how to fix them. I've told you. This is a valve. It's a pressure valve. What type of valve is this? Who will tell me? What type of valve is this? It is a solenoid valve, which allows, I've told you, we have a valve which allows the air going inside the incubator. Like we have got the bronchus, we got the bronchioles. This is a solenoid valve. In case we put more pressure, then the incubator may blow up also. Blow up, matlab, the sensors will go bad. So the aim of today's conversation for around 1 hour and 15 minutes approximately would be to tell you about not about the incubator that you already know, but what to take care of when you talk about an incubator and how does incubator say work. So coming to an incubator, this is English for everyone, but for anyone who is joining for the first time and for our E21 batch, we have to give appropriate culture environment. We have to optimize embryo development and we have to maximize IVF success. English, we all know about it. We talk about partial pressures of CO2, O2. So can someone tell me how much is the oxygen in the air? What percentage?
21%.
20%.
21%.
And how much is the CO2?
0.03%. 0.03%.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. So they're very important and they're like an artificial womb that we already know. And these incubators, they look at little babies for around 5 to 6 days. So
70.
yeah, maybe 7 days. In certain cases, they have to mimic the uterus. They mimic the uterus for 5 or 6 days. The most crucial part. So the incubators, they're like an artificial uterus already covered. It has to give an optimal conditions. So can someone tell me what are the optimal conditions which an incubator gives to a little baby? Who will tell?
Sir,
Temperature, humidity, and adequate amount of oxygen,
carbon
CO2.
dioxide.
One person, go, let Gauri speak, let Gauri speak. Now I'll pick up people when they're volunteering. Let Gauri speak. She wanted to speak.
So it provides temperature, humidity,
Yes.
and adequate concentration of oxygen and carbon dioxide and nitrogen.
What are these things? How much is the O2 required for incubation?
So 5%, CO2 6%, and rest nitrogen.
Why not 20%, Gauri?
So it mimics the tubal environment.
Yeah.
So
We
the
are looking
excess
at
of oxygen will harm the embryo.
exactly. So we are looking at low oxygen tension. Very good. And embryo growth is important. And so it will let the embryo grows for 5 to 7 days. Then we transfer them back or we freeze them. Fantastic. So I just want to ask you one simple thing, and these all osmolality, light, pH. So guys who are joining for the first time, we normally spend around 6 to 8 hours on these things. Then we have hands-on also. You may not actually know. It's just the sample we are having. Recapitulation. I want to ask simple question. How much is the osmolality of the culture media, which an incubator has to maintain? Who will tell me?
280 million small.
280 milliosmoles. And
2 million.
how long can an incubator, how much long can the media maintain the pH outside the incubator?
2 minutes.
2 to 3 minutes.
Less
2
than
to
1
3
minute.
minutes.
Less than 1 minute. Less than 1 minute. Remember that. And what happens when you take out the plate from the incubator? What will happen to the pH when the plate is out?
Will increase that.
Alkaline.
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 Increase.
Alkaline.
Why alkaline? Why not acidic?
So because CO2 will go out, sir.
Fantastic. Very good. How much is the humidity inside an incubator?
90%.
90%.
90.
95%. Very, very good. This chart I have shown to all of you a couple of times. This becomes a common chart. More for C1 batch. Yeah, basically for C1 batch. We'll talk about embryo. What is the embryo density inside the incubator? Who will tell me quickly? Embryo density कितनी होती है?
20 microliters per
What is the ideal in case you
50.
It is around 12 microliter per embryo. Fantastic. You've done me proud. I'm so happy with these things. And in case you can tell me one more question, I will be very, very happy. How much is the oil overlay in a 30 dish? Who will tell me this? Oil overlay in a 30 dish.
8 to 10.
क्या सुषमा नलायक सुषमा हम सुषमा we are meeting on Sunday. I think Sunday we are meeting morning and evening. So it is around 10 to 12 ml in a 60 ml dish and 2
2 to
5 ml in a 35 ml. ठीक है याद रखो मेरी बात को खाली भूल जाते हैं सब लोग मैं भी भूल जाता हूँ So I think it's very, very good. Thank you, Sushma, for, I always say that it's very important to give an answer. Answer may be wrong, but you need guts to answer. And you had guts. Thank you so much for this. pH is 7.2 to 7.4. We have covered this. So I'll move on. Till what time does the mother has got the control over the baby? Sushma, again for Sushma.
जी सर
कितने समय तक till what time does mother control the embryo? How many days?
तो सेकंड डे डे 2
Beautiful. Excellent. अच्छा लगता है कि सब चीजें याद रखते हैं तो आप I feel very happy. And these things, majority of even the good embryologists won't know. They won't.